Yo, welcome back. This is episode 3 of the Sideline Talk Podcast. I am Arian. This is my boy Steve-O. I know we ain't been around for a while. I said we're gonna come every week, and we had some stuff go down. By stuff go down, just mean I got married. We went off to Cancun. We did some other trips. People done got sick. It's been a lot of crazy stuff. I know we done missed talking about the first couple weeks, but we're gonna do a quick little recap, and we're just gonna jump in it. But first, how you feeling?
Well, I think we all came to the agreement that week one was no, I ain't even gonna say that. The first 2 weeks has been kind of around the league. It just been kind of, especially week one for me. It was just very mad to me. So one of the biggest topics I think of the season so far is the amount of offenses that didn't participate during the preseason, and they feel like that's starting to become an effect on the beginning of the season. Because if you be honest, some of the best offenses in the league just not hitting the same stride as they usually do coming into the league. And one of the key things that we're noticing is those offenses didn't play in the preseason like that, and the ones that did is going off. Now, like you said, we're gonna go over some the scores from week one real quick. So starting off week one, we gonna the first game of the season was the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Detroit Lions. As you know, we was preparing for your wedding, but we was definitely watching. And Patello was loud in the mug. But how you feel about that game? Just quickly, just a little bit.
I wouldn't say I was shocked that the Lions won. I definitely kind of thought it was about 60-40. I thought the Chiefs were going to win, but I wasn't going to be surprised if the Lions kind of grinded one out, because that team just seems determined under Dan Campbell, and so they got something going. So I wasn't really too surprised. But the Lions, they look nice. I mean, I know they dropped that second game to Seattle, right?
Yeah, but it was a shootout.
Yeah, but
it was a shootout.
They still look pretty nice. I mean, the NFC is looking pretty weak, so I think they can still make a run and maybe do some damage in the playoffs to get far enough. Everyone stays healthy. Yeah. But Kansas City, I know they're without Travis Kelce, and they really didn't really play any starters in the preseason too much. So I think once they kind of get their feet running, takes them a little more time. Offense always takes a little more time to get a little more reps and stuff. They'll be all right. All the offenses, I think, are gonna really take a mold.
Yeah, I think low key they're starting to miss Eric Bieniemy just a little bit, because I'm starting to. I don't know if we peeping it,
but that man in Washington has been playing a little bit.
Thinking,
or not playing, calling some plays.
Yeah, but it looked like Matt Nagy got some fingertips into this play calling on offense, and I'm just like, ooh, that they look like us today. But just because they had the better quarterback and talent around, they could pull it together. But I think they're starting to miss Eric Bieniemy a little bit until Andy Reid snatched the rest of it from him. Cause bro, that tight end jet sweep, I was like, that's Nagy. I don't give a what y'all talk about. That's Nagy.
That's some Nagy shit.
Yeah, as you know, we coming up and playing them this week. Probably gonna be an L. But I think that game this week, week 3, is a get right game. They can definitely use it as a get right game. So another team that came in kind of off so far, Cincinnati. The first game,
real off,
man, 3-24. Browns winning that. That man had 82 yards in that game.
Dude, I don't know, but I mean, it kind of happened last year because he had that appendicitis, I believe, or he had something like internally wrong, and he missed a lot of training camp, and it was kind of like the same thing.
I think this is a leg, a calf.
Oh yeah, now it's his hamstring, I believe. Or, I believe it's his hamstring.
Something like that, yeah.
But it happened last year. He kind of started off slow. Joe Burrow kind of, he kind of just gets hot at the right time, and once he really starts getting in a groove, he's hitting. So once he gets his groove, he'll be okay. But I don't know if it's that again, or I don't know if it's just okay. they kind of figured out the offense, because the offense is pretty basic. Their offense is
Yeah.
kind of like, we got playmakers on playmakers, so we're just gonna throw it to them, and they're just gonna make a play. So there's no really need to do anything special, jazz it up, kind of make people open through play, through play calling. And so maybe it's that. Maybe they need to start, getting a little fancy, It's just, So I
That
don't
just
know.
depends. That depends on the coordinator. But yeah, like I said, I think there was one of those teams that that's dealing with a couple injuries, and like you said, they didn't play that much. Even they don't have that much. Like even with training camp, because the injury happened back at training camp. I think it was like the first day of training
Yeah.
camp. So yeah, I think it's just going by time week 4, 5, 6 roll around, everybody gonna start getting back to normal. So another just to go through the rest of week 1, Texas Ravens. Texas won 25-9. Pretty much expected. Ravens looking pretty good so far. Look like they legit found their ex in Zay Flowers, because he been throwing some darts over there, as my boy Ringo would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think one of the biggest shockers of week 1 was that Tampa Bay Vikings game. And Baker Mayfield was out there balling. The defense was giving Kirk Cousins hell. And they finished that game 20-17.
I can't even.
Panthers.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I want to talk on that game for a little bit.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I know I've been. I'm sorry. I'm a little sick, if you can't hear, but I already I already know I'm gonna catch some flack for saying beforehand I got Tampa maybe winning 2 games. I think they're gonna be the worst team in the league, and here they are, already got 2 wins, and so they're surprising me. I didn't think they were gonna be able to get it really going, but maybe the Vikings are just that bad. And who else did they just beat?
I think us. But
yeah, my fault.
But I also
I know y'all
think,
that bad,
honestly, I think we all just forgot, bro, they're still a Super Bowl defense. I think
that defense is still nice. They still have some pieces,
yeah.
and Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, they're dogs.
Yeah,
they're
so
dogs.
all you got, and the protection is holding up pretty well. And like I said, any quarterback with protection in the NFL that's a starter right now can throw it all over the yard. So yeah. So going next to another, I would say, kind of ties into another topic in today, which is the shockers and people that we might think might not be that good later on. Panthers and Falcons. Falcons won 24-10. And yeah, that was pretty good. BJ Robinson looking more and more like the truth every time we see him. So
yeah, it's just going to be the BJ Robinson show over there. And but they have offensive pieces that they still need to get more involved, like Drake London, Kyle Pitts. They got to get them involved somehow. Like, you drafted these guys pretty high. What, number 4 overall, and I get top 10 for Drake London too. So you got to use them. You got to use them. You got guys like Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, going off right now, and they were drafted after him. So
yeah,
you got to get the man going.
For sure. And that's the one thing we can say about that when it comes to Atlanta. And like we said, we talked about it earlier. The Commanders took out the Cardinals. That defense was tripping a little bit. I wouldn't even say tripping, because we've seen the Cardinals put up some pretty nice. It wasn't nice. They kept them to 16.
They're surprising me. The Cardinals are surprising me. I really thought they were going to lay down, but I guess they got a little fire in their ass under the new coach. Didn't see that coming.
Facts.
But
next
Washington's
game after
decent.
that.
Washington's decent though. Washington is decent.
Yeah,
Sam Howell, he got some dogs to throw to. Jahan Dotson, Scary Terry, man.
Curtis. I think Curtis Samuel's still there.
Yeah. That's a defense. That's a decent offense.
It's a nice team. I like the team. We just waiting for the defense to get better. Really,
they can catch like anybody. What's his name? Chase. Freaking got a sack. First sack in how long? So he might be back.
His first game back too.
Was it? Okay.
That was his first game back, first sack. So yeah, that's what I think they're missing. They were just waiting for that defense to get back fully healthy, and you seen they defense showed up definitely in week 2. So the Jaguars 31-21 against the Colts. We kind of expect that. Anthony Richardson looks promising, but he's looking a little bit too like Cam Newton because he keep getting hurt. and they need to figure that out.
He got. That's kind of like not really an injury that you think is going to happen again. He just smacked his head.
I think no, because I'm seeing a lot of QB draws, and once I see QB draw, to me as a fan, I'm completely against it because the most times when the most injuries in run plays that's called quarterbacks is QB draws. I don't need you to go up the middle. I don't care how big you are. You need to be avoiding them. So
he
I
took
just
that hit
want
by a DB or safety, I believe, in the back. It was in the end zone too. He got popped and he just landed, smacked his head. So Jesus. So I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, it's just that both games he's been taken out in both of his games. So that's just a little bit worrisome. And so, of course, 49ers versus Steelers, dominant performance by the 49ers. I think we all can agree that 49ers is probably the best team in football right now. Just overall, just
Definitely.
top to bottom, they just been killing.
Yeah, we don't have Andrew here to, gloat about the 49ers.
Right. I know he happy. But
I'm sure.
And then your Saints had a little bit of a nail battle week 1, 16-15. I saw that game was a good defensive game, but y'all pulled it out, stayed strong. Olave makes some key catches, so every time I see him, I say like, bro, like even though he got the body style of an X, I'm like, do the X. I don't care what nobody say.
Man, that Saints game was stressful. So I was up in the air, when it started, and I was flying into Cancun. So I just connected to the Wi-Fi, and then I was on YouTube TV, and YouTube TV hit me with "This isn't available in your country." I said,
"We're not doing this."
You a damn lie. So I had to go buy a VPN. Shout out NordVPN. Shout out. I mean, they ain't sponsoring shit, but if you want to, bottom up. $50 for the whole year. Changed my location to somewhere in Boston, and I got the game. So the Wi-Fi was a little shoddy, so I was able to catch it by the second quarter, and I was like, all right, damn, we playing around with them. I thought Derek Carr would get it off, but no, the O-line was not playing well at all. Trevor Penning, our left tackle, who we spent a first-round pick on. Almost 2 first-round picks on, isn't really panning out so far. But Derek Carr, I mean, he looked promising the first game through like 300 yards. Chris Olave looks nice. Michael Thomas looks like he's back. Rashid Shaheed, that defense looks incredible. So
I don't know how them old motherfuckers look the same every single year, bro.
I don't get it either. Cam Jordan about 30, 35, I think. Demario Davis about 35, I think. Tyrann Mathieu about 31. I don't know. Right. Marcus May, we got a whole bunch of old heads. We got
Demario Davis giving sermons after games and shit.
Oh my God, that is a whole deacon.
For real, I said, hey, that's a word, brother. That was a word.
Oh man, did you hear about his before this game? His daughter on Saturday had a seizure. Yeah. That was crazy, man. The man still played. We were saying, man, if my son had a seizure, man, I ain't going to work for a couple weeks. That man played a game the next day. That's crazy.
But yeah, nice cap off. I mean, not cap off. Nice start off to y'all season. Y'all showed y'all wanted it. And y'all won that game. After that, we had just to skim through a couple games. Excuse me. Raiders versus Broncos was similar, 17-16, nailed by the Broncos. I just keep feeling like they keep finding ways to lose, even though Russ has looked better and offensively wise. I don't know what the hell happened to that defense. They have the talent and they should be a top 5 defense, but they're just not. But that's the Broncos for you. And then you got the Eagles and Patriots. That was 25-20. A little shaky on the offense with the Eagles with that game, but they pulled it out. Then you had
they'll get it together.
Yeah, but I think it was a little bit shocking seeing the Rams completely destroy the Seahawks, 30-13.
Didn't see that coming. No,
didn't see that coming at all.
Rams look like they could be back a little bit.
A little bit. We that's a time since we'll tell. And
Yeah,
then, of course, you have my Chicago Bears completely look foolish against the Packers. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not trying to really go into it too much. If you watch the game, if you've been seeing what's going on, shit just not good right now. The defense has been trash. We always knew it was trash. I blame that mostly on coaching, and now that our DC is gone, it's just like, what the hell? But that first game, it was just yeah, don't get me wrong. Justin didn't play the best game. Justin has to make certain throws when he sees it, but at the same time, besides the game after that, that was probably one of the worst play calling games I've ever seen Luke Getsy come up with. It was completely trash. I seen about 52 screens that game, tunnel screens at that, and we just couldn't move the ball. And it was a shit show. It was a shit show. Justin didn't
sad.
do no type of Justin
It's
shit.
sad.
We completely went back to the same game plan that wasn't working before week 6 of last year, before that Patriots game. And I'm done with the staff. If y'all can't tell, I'm completely done. I know week 2. I'm done. It's just when I see incompetency, I don't need to see another year of it. I don't need to see, wait till week 6. If you already know a game plan does not work, you should not be revisiting it the next year just because you got a couple more pieces that can help. Stop trying to run your offense and run the offense that works around your players. I don't know
Amen to
why we
that.
keep getting I don't know why we keep getting coaches that want to be all selfish and want to run their plays off a Disney menu.
Justin needs an offensive coach. Justin needs an offensive
Simple
coach.
as that.
It's defensive head coaches are good if you have like a veteran quarterback, someone who's already developed. But if you have a rookie quarterback or someone who's still young, someone who still needs to develop a little bit, you need a elite offensive mind.
And then not even that. I would have felt a little bit more comfortable if you got a defensive coordinator that was a little bit more experienced as a head coach. You didn't do that. You got rookies around every single situation. Rookie head coach, rookie OC, and a rookie DC. To be around a young quarterback that clearly needs development still, and then you just trying to sit there and turn him into something he's not.
They got to do better.
They got to do better. Yes, Justin himself knows he has to do better.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
there
I
are
mean, if
certain
he's getting
throws.
handicapped, like Justin, I mean, they can't make Justin make better throws. But if you keep calling the same play, maybe it tips off and Justin gets picked off. Which happened. Caught the screen 3 times, and the guy picked it off.
Yeah, it's just that I don't too much like that. And that we talking about week 2 for those who not against Tampa. Those type of plays, yeah, 100% blame on coaching. Like there's just certain plays. There's just certain plays like the way Justin is wired. If you listen to how he talks, and then if you just been paying attention to how he's been coached, he's a perfectionist. So if things not on the field don't look exactly perfect about how it's drawn up or anything, he doesn't trust it. And then to me, I feel like one of the main problems, which we've been saying with him, is well, eventually he said coming up on this week 3, he said, I feel robotic, I'm playing slow, I'm getting fed too much information, and at the same time, you also changed up his footwork, which was no point, you didn't need to do it. The only reason you told him to put his right foot back is because you seen Aaron Rodgers do it. And my thing is, why you acting like you fucking coach Aaron Rodgers into Aaron Rodgers? You got there in 2019, Luke Getsy. In 2019, Aaron Rodgers was already an MVP twice and a Super Bowl winner. So stop changing these quarterbacks' footwork mechanics if they don't need it. He been going left to right his whole life.
And now his drop back is way slower, and it's fucking everything up.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. So that's my whole thing. Let them play free. Bootleg, RPO, caution
Play to
run
your
plays.
strength. Look what the
And
Buccaneers are doing. They're playing to Baker Mayfield's strength. They're getting him behind center. They're doing a lot of bootlegs. They're doing stuff that Baker likes to do. Not sitting him up in shotgun and letting him rip it. Letting him, kind of do
he's
what he
not that
does.
quarterback.
Yeah.
He's not that
You got
quarterback.
you got to let Justin be able to move.
That's it. That's how you get him. That's how you get him comfortable enough to sit in shotgun and rip it, because he ain't got some throws on him.
Exactly.
He's
Then
not
they get
the
scared.
quarterback.
If you let him run a little bit, they think he's going to run. So if you get them all containing a little bit, then you're like, okay, you got a little bit more time. Let me wait for this to be open. Bam. Now you get a deep pass.
Yeah, and I know
Stuff
I'm getting
will get
along with it.
open.
Yeah, I know I'm getting along with it when it comes to this, but like I just hear a lot of people talk about, well, they always try to blame the coaches. He just need to be better, and I'm like, it's a multitude of things he'd been dealing with since he became a Chicago Bear that people are not realizing. Like when you go from Nagy, that wasn't using his strengths, to first of all, he shouldn't even been allowed to even draft him. So then he was a whole year under him, put him in terrible situations. Now you get him another rookie OC who hasn't been a game caller ever. I'm not talking about like, yeah, he's been a coordinator other places, but he wasn't calling the plays. He wasn't calling no plays at Mississippi State. He wasn't calling no plays when he was first in Green Bay, when he was a wide receiver coach. Then he went to a QB coach, and then all of a sudden he became an offensive coordinator just because he was behind Aaron Rodgers. Hell, then that mean every coordinator that Tom Brady should have been goddamn head coach 17 times. That's just not the case. You have to hire experience when you go. That's why I'm sitting here begging they call Greg Roman. Somebody. Because y'all at this point, y'all ruined this man's career. Yes, he has to
y'all
be
ain't picked
better.
up DC yet, or did y'all promote somebody? Or none yet?
That's what Matt Eberflus was hired for. He a defensive mind, so he the damn DC now.
Oh my God.
I told they ass, who the hell who mastered the Tampa 2? Lovey Smith. Call him.
No, Lovey need to take that team back.
That's a whole different discussion. You finna make me get into that. But yeah, to cap off week one, we see another dominance performance by the Cowboys 40-0 against the Giants, who was also, I think we both could agree, is probably the second best team in the NFL right now.
Poor Trayvon Diggs, though. That shit sucks.
That was tough. That's tough.
That shit sucks.
But yeah. And to another thing, for another tough, ain't that too much tough for me, but it's always tough to see somebody get injured. The Jets on Monday night versus the Bills, and first four snaps, and Aaron Rodgers' Achilles went snap. And another year, just like that.
That is so. Just as an NFL fan, like you just hate to see that. Like I don't even like A-Rod, but like
I don't like A-Rod either. But I was like,
damn, bro. Like I at least I want to see some competition. Like and to see that happen, that kind of sucked. Like that really sucked for the game of football. And like for people who are just like, oh, like like and I'm making like all the jokes. Like I mean, like sure, like it's kind of lighthearted now, but like beforehand when people were kind of like good because he left and like this is what he wanted and shit. Like that's so like grimy and shit. Like this is so bad for
I go at every Green Bay person that feels some type of way about anything he did. I'm like, you have no right to feel no way.
Right? Yeah, like I was at the doctor and shit. And
go ahead.
I was at the doctor and like this lady saw this kid in a Green Bay Packers jersey. He's like, "You happy that Aaron Rodgers got hurt?" And she was like, "No." And he was like, "Oh, I figured you'd be happy." And he was like, "Why would I be happy?" And I was like, "That kid got it. That kid got it right. Why would you be happy that man got hurt?"
So he didn't do nothing to like. Right. That's the thing that used to bother me. They used to be like, he was a diva. He used to put us through. Like, don't sit there and act like y'all put him in the best situation every year. Y'all didn't.
And don't act like y'all know the man.
Exactly. So like y'all sitting here, that man act for a goddamn wide receiver for damn near a decade, and he just happened to find Adams. but he asked for another one and you didn't do it.
But he was
So
over here
I
making.
would have left too. Shit. So
Excuse my
that's my
dogs in the
whole.
background. I got two
That's my
huskies that you
whole
can't
little
hear.
thing.
The
But
two
beside
sirens.
but the other story in that game was goddamn Josh Allen, who decided he was playing Madden on freeform and was just hauling that shit.
I was so disappointed in him that first game, man, because he said, "I'm gonna take care of the ball more. I'm not just gonna force things." And what he do immediately was just like, "Yeah, that boy down there, and throw it."
Fell at.
I was like, "Boy, ain't nobody open down there. Why did
I
you
was
throw
like,
that shit? Why,
I was,
why, why
bro.
not just like I don't know, throw it out of bounds or run it because you like to run it so much." And threw it
Bro,
to the man 3 times.
3 times, bro. I ain't never seen somebody get their bonus check in one game.
In one game, he said,
You
"Hey man,
gave that man
he said you get 3 picks, you can get a bonus on the year." He said, "All right, cool, I could probably get that." He got that in the game because Josh Allen was just somebody over there. Yeah,
that
man,
man
that look open.
That man looked like he was playing on freeform, bro.
That boy,
And
whoa,
yeah,
stupid ass. That was stupid.
that was stupid.
Nah,
But yeah,
Josh, he bounced back the next week, but
he
Josh
bounced
Allen,
back.
you
But yeah,
gotta take care of the ball, man. If you want to be, recognized as like the number 2 quarterback or number 3, whatever you want to put him, or like just top 5 in general, boy, you gotta take care of the ball. Like even like I know like some of the greats like Brett Favre, he threw a lot of picks and stuff, but like that because he was trying to make
shit.
something happen. This man just stupid plays, just stupid.
You overthrew them first one. You overthrew them about 10 yards.
He
Almost.
just heaved that thing. I was like, oh, okay.
I'm like, damn, like you thought you was throwing you think Tyreek got there?
Right. You think Tyreek just on a dead sprint over there? But all right.
But yeah, come to turn around, the Jets won that game 22-16. And that was and also I forgot to mention, I don't know how I skipped that. The Dolphins game was 36-34. That game was bussing. Dolphins looking like they could be arguably third or fourth in
Thick
a
Tua looking right.
yeah. And then and
Tua
for all the
plus.
people, and not to go back to the Bears, but to all the Bears fans that just sick and tired and done with Justin, look what a goddamn OC does for you, and a good head coach that you get that's actually a genius. Look what happened, because everybody thought Tua was done, and all it took was Mike McDaniels. But yeah, now going
just needs a coach.
but yeah, that's it. Now going into week 2, the Thursday night game was the Eagles and Vikings, and we came out and seen the Eagles that we all thought they was.
Let me tell you what that game was. That's what that game was. That's what that game was. That was a walking gag reel. That was I don't even know.
Tweaking. They was tweaking.
I sat here and I was like, I was barely watching the game because I was on vacation. I just keep kind of glancing at it. Every time I swear I looked at the game, it was a fumble or something crazy was happening. I was like,
or a stupid pick.
I'm like, what the?
And then you look up. There got 30 points, and then you see AJ and the bug arguing. You like, the fuck they arguing about?
What are they yelling about?
Like, I mean, I think I know what it was. It was because at that time, JJ was tearing their ass up, and he was catching them catching that drive, and he was like, "Look here, this motherfucker gonna have 180, and I'm gonna have 80 and 90, and they at my crib. Give me the damn ball." And he was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, let me check real quick. Devontae, is it Deontay Smith or Devontae Smith?
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith had himself a pretty good, decent game.
Yeah, he's kind of busting off more than AJ Brown is this year. But to talk about JJ is just on a tear, man. JJ is just yard machine.
Yak. His nickname. I'm surprised his nickname ain't Yak.
The man get open
every time. Literally every time. But yeah, that was that game. So yeah, they're starting off their season 0-2. Like I said, I told you I felt like they wasn't that good, and if
I said
anything,
same thing
I
too.
thought them losing Dalvin was going to be an issue, and it is.
I said, hey, I even said too. I said I don't know if Alexander Madison is really can be a one, and everybody was like, oh, he's good. Watch, he's gonna be good in fantasy. They even got him one of my fantasy leagues. I mean, he ain't do nothing.
Hey, he ain't Dalvin. Hell, he
Oh
ain't
no,
even
oh
Dalvin.
no,
I don't know if he Dalvin brother, but
nope.
yeah. And
Dalvin
okay,
brother seemed like he better than Dalvin right now.
yeah,
To be
true.
honest,
But yeah, that's another story.
might be the better
But
position right now. But well, yeah,
that's
actually
that
is.
was my whole point. But next game was Ravens versus Bengals. Bengals once again lose to the Ravens 24 to
Yeah.
27. More of a respectable loss than the weeks prior.
Yeah,
But
Bengals
just
got their offense a little bit together a little late, but still wasn't enough. Ravens look good. Say Flowers looks good. OBJ,
yeah,
didn't he get hurt?
he got hurt. Twisted his ankle. That man, y'all just gonna have to pray for him the whole year.
You little light skinned gray hair boy, you need to go. I love you, OBJ, but man, I don't know, man.
And it's funny, and we hear that now. It's rumors that you with Kim K. So, make a good decision there, sir.
I thought he with
Oh,
Shorty.
me too. But they, TMZ said they caught him hanging out. And, I ain't making no insinuations and stuff. But hey,
Don't do it, OBJ. You
you
got
better
yourself a
go
good. You got yourself a
go back
good
to
one.
your baby mama.
Go back
That
to
one I
your
need you.
BM. You got yourself
So
a good. Well, we don't know the people.
yeah. Okay, so next game was probably one of the most exciting games of that week was the Seahawks versus Lions. This was a straight up Detroit shootout. No pun intended. Ended 37-31. Went into overtime. They were just going backwards and forth. The defense really couldn't do nothing that much. Going backwards and forth. DK had a pretty nice day. Lockett had a pretty nice day. On the flip side, Jared had a pretty nice day. Why did the dude from Gibbs showed his presence this week for sure on the ground and in the air, passing the ball over the yard. Just exciting play all around. The Seahawks won the if I'm not mistaken, yeah, they won the first toss and they just drove it down and won. Straight like that. It's a good game. I know the Detroit fans didn't like it too much because I feel like on their last play, they definitely got away with a hold on Adrian Hutchinson. Or Aiden Hutchinson. I said Adrian. Aiden Hutchinson. It was a clear hold, had him around the chest like that. But hey, sometimes when it's a game like that going down, you don't want the game to come down to a penalty. So it is what it is. So, like I said, final score was 37-31.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I did say the Lions are probably, I think, are still my favorite, but Gibbs hasn't really done too well yet. I mean, I know he's.
Yeah.
It's
I
still
say,
a little.
he
It's
showed
still a
his
little early.
presence.
He showed that he was there, but they really need to start really getting him going and make him kind of show us that he was worth that pick, because then they could have got some big playmakers. They could have got
On both sides of the ball.
yeah, they could have got Christian Gonzalez. They could have got a few other different things that I feel like they really needed, and I feel like that are really lacking right now. So
so
get
next
that man
game
going.
was the This game was the Colts versus Texans. Colts won 31-20. Now, for those who don't know, that was the game that we talked about earlier where he hurt.
I
Anthony
didn't realize
Richardson
he had
left.
got hurt. Well, before that too, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he hurt his. I forget what. I think it was just not the win out type of situation, but
got popped.
Got popped, and then the same game just dove in for a touchdown and ended up with a concussion. Never returned. Gardner Minshew came out and balled. He'll be starting. He's also be starting next week.
They'll be starting this week.
Yeah, and we know about Gardner Minshew. He the fuck Oregon up sometimes. but yeah, and then next game was of course our Bears and Bucks. I can honestly say probably one of Justin's worst performances as a Bear. To me, like like I said, like don't get me wrong, coaches it's a nice portion of blame to go around, but it's just certain throws he just has to make, and you could just tell he was out there thinking, patting the ball, thinking way too much, and like I said, I think one of his main issues right now is you don't trust his eyes or his talent. And there's nobody sitting there in his ear talking about, dude, grip it and rip it. You have the arm talent to make these throws.
Throw the ball.
Just throw the ball.
Throw the ball. You
Stop
see
thinking
DJ
about
Moore
it.
open downfield, throw the ball.
But you know what I'm also noticing about this whole scheme and shit, and why I just keep proving that Luke is not the guy for him? DJ be like on his third or fourth progression. There's no way in hell my number one wide receiver is not my first or second every single goddamn play. It's just, I'm not having that. So I think that's a part of him speed reading, because he like, motherfucker, I ain't really trying to throw these other motherfuckers. I'm trying to go straight to DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's the main dude he looking at. That's the safety man.
Give me to DJ.
Where is DJ? Every time DJ, literally, you cannot find one negative play about DJ so far this year. Every time we gave him the ball, it's been positive yards.
Fine DJ.
And we're just not.
You got DJ talking shit already. It's coming into week 3. You got this man already. Hey man, they ain't using you right. Yeah, you tell me.
So he said, "Tell me about it."
Yeah. You really he ain't talking shit, but he already taking little hits. Like, man, we ain't even in week 3.
And that's what my thing, like, a lot of people's asking me questions. They like, you think the team gonna be with Justin after this? I said, hell.
They know they ain't got
just like Justin.
Yeah, this team's still fine with Justin. They know it's this coaching staff need to get some plays for the man. Let the man be free. Let the man play to his strength. Let the man do what he do. Let him run. Let him design some runs. Say, hey, this is a read option. We're gonna read that in and we're gonna go. There you go. Start off with that. You don't have to do no QB draws. Ain't no, you don't do no AR, no Anthony Richardson shit. But like, man, look at Lamar. And what do they do?
That's what I think.
Read option. Justin is an athlete. Let him run.
And I think that's what people need to get out their head. 2 things they need to get out their head is, what if you get injured? Hey, if he gonna get injured, he gonna get injured. And the most quarterbacks I've seen that's running quarterbacks get hurt in the pocket. They don't get hurt running.
Mm-hmm. Lamar.
The only reason I personally I've seen was Jalen last year, because he landed on that collarbone. Yeah. But that's about it. But besides that, I don't see too many quarterbacks run the ball. We was the number 1 rushing attack last year. We're now ranked 26th. You can't tell me that's not coaching. You just can't. Roshan Johnson, I don't care what nobody say. I love Camille Herbert, but Roshan need to be your number 1. That man, every time he touched the ball, it's 5 yards or more. He a better blocker. He's a better leader. He needs to be number 1. He's a perfect security blanket for Justin as well. There's no ifs about it. But yeah, we decided to make Baker Mayfield look like the number 1 pick that he was. But that's what's gonna happen when you can't get no damn sacks. We could have had about 4 sacks that game, but we kept on trying to tackle him like he was Ben Roethlisberger around his neck and tackling too high. But like I said, another L for us. We got Kansas City next. All I can do is pray. But speaking of Kansas City, that was the next game. They won 17-9 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville looked pretty horrible. Looked like Trevor Lawrence is back onto another slow start. But like I said, everybody is for the most part in a slow start. If I do say so myself.
They'll get it together too.
Chiefs not even together right now. Like I said, they scored 17 points.
Offense is down right now. So everyone's kind of down right now. The only teams that's really offense that is really clicking is, Cowboys. You can say that, and they're not even clicking like that. Dak Prescott really hasn't even accounted for most of those touchdowns.
The only offense I would say really, really clicking is 49ers and Dolphins.
Niners and Dolphins, I'd say, yeah. because CMC is going crazy, and Tyreek Hill is
and the
trying to.
Chargers.
Chargers are not clicking.
I said offense.
Oh,
they scored 58 points the first 2 weeks.
Have they? Oh shit. Yeah, they have. They've been in some shootouts.
They're just Brandon Staley, and that's going to
that boy gotta go.
He need to be fired.
He need to go.
He's
I know Sean Payton ain't really showing that he's really been worth, that big money right now for the Broncos.
Payton.
Yeah, Sean Payton.
Oh, Sean Payton.
But they really should have. They should have got Sean Payton. Sean Payton with Justin Herbert. That man would have had that boy doing some crazy numbers. But you decided to stick it out with another defensive coach.
So
you got Justin Herbert.
Lost. They found a way to lose that game, 24-27 against the Titans. They shouldn't have lost, but
not at all. Not at all.
But
the Saints are not better than the Chargers, and they beat the Titans.
Yeah, right. They put up 20. They put up 27 against y'all. Them at that defense. That defense has no reason to be as bad as they are. And you're a defensive guy, Brandon Staley. But she wasn't even good when they hired him. I don't know why they hired you. But, yeah. So, next game after that was probably another exciting game was the Packers versus the Falcons. Falcons won. And
surprising.
Surprising fact.
Actually rooting for the Packers for one time.
Yeah, it was 25-24.
And they failed me.
Bro. Love tripped into his ass. So... But that was a fun game to watch. It was a lot of back and forth. But the last few drives was funny to me.
Listen, when I'm going to Lambeau tomorrow, head up to Green Bay today to watch the Saints Packers game. But if I get there and all of a sudden Jordan Love is playing Aaron Rodgers caliber MVP football, I'm gonna have some words,
sir. You have nothing to worry about because y'all gonna blitz the hell out of him and he gonna get scared. Now, if y'all didn't have no defense, I say be worried because he just like any quarterback. If you don't touch him, he can throw. Now he a little bit inefficient. I don't care what nobody say. He can be inefficient. He ain't like the creme de la creme. But like I said, if you get him time to throw, he can make throws and he's quick decisions with it. So yeah, but I feel like I said, y'all can come in with that defense and smack him real quick, and he'll be out of here.
It'll be a good game.
I don't know if Aaron Jones is back, so maybe he come back.
Yeah, I think he was at practice. I don't know if Christian Watson's back.
Yeah, so
I don't know if Bakhtiari's back.
Yeah, Brett, if you watching, I told you he'll never stay healthy. But next game is the Raiders and Bills, and Josh kind of had his get back 38-10. Ain't too much to talk about. They beat them. Simple as that. Then the 49ers played the Rams 30-23. Another dominant game by them. Showcase their dominance on both sides of the ball. Like they said, they got a Bosa and they got a whole bunch of other people. They got I forget the dude they just picked up. I think he came from the Eagles, right?
Yeah, Hargraves
and everything. So yeah, they just look scary. Simple as that. Now
Niners
the next game
looking like number one defense in the league.
Yeah. They are now. I would have said Cowboys was, but they are now.
Cowboys, Saints, and them. They're top three.
Now next game was some crazy shit. Now it was the Giants versus the Cardinals.
I thought the Cardinals and Josh Dobbs. I thought they were about to do something. I thought I might have to be on watch for them or something. But they found a way to lose that game. Let the Giants get some confidence back, and now they ended up competing with the Niners on Thursday Night Football. But man, I don't know how. I don't know how.
Yeah, so what they was up at halftime, 25 points? Like something like that.
Something crazy.
Like something like that. So I'm thinking like, man, the Giants are just not going to figure it out.
I was like, the Giants are not looking good. Daniel Jones did not deserve that money, but they came back.
That second half, the motherfuckers went off. Scoring 14 in the third, 17 in the fourth. They was not playing. Daniel Jones had probably one of his best games as a Giant.
Somebody said something in that locker room.
Yeah,
Somebody said something in that locker room.
something. Hey, Dayball happened. He got mad. You know, we done
A-ball
seen him
punched
get mad.
somebody in the jaw. And
Yeah,
said, if y'all niggas don't get it together, they gonna fire
it's
my
gonna.
bald ass.
Hey, y'all can't listen to y'all music in here no more.
And they gonna get an old motherfucker to come back in here. Y'all don't want that.
Right.
So y'all better get your ass out here and ball.
Get an old nigga named Stanley. Y'all ain't gonna like that. But yeah, next game after that was the Giants. I mean, not the Giants. Their brothers, the Jets versus the Cowboys. Another dominant performance. The high of Zach Wilson came to a cashing down real quickly as that that Cowboys defense suffocated them. Ain't too much to talk here. If y'all watch that game, they whooped their ass.
Zach Wilson, I know it's very hard to play. Like when you're playing against Micah Parsons, you got that fast man coming after you, and
that mud doing euros before the snap
yeah,
and shit.
There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. I didn't expect him to play well. I do expect him to play a little better, but nah, man. Jets fans, I wouldn't too much as to give up on Zach Wilson already, even though I know most of you already have before the season. But the man got thrusted into Aaron Rodgers' playbook and had to play the number one defense, in the NFL potentially. So
it is what it is. But yeah, game after that was that crazy game in the nation's capital. The Commanders played the Broncos, winning 35-33. And like I said, that was another game. That was a great performance by Russell Wilson. That first half, they was cracking on all cylinders. And then
Sean Payton had them boys running.
Bro, I don't know if you paid attention to that second half, but they were just doing shit like, bro, what the hell is y'all doing? Like, what is y'all running? It just they just keep finding and like I said, that doggone defense can't stop nothing. I don't know what happened. I don't know what it is, but they need to get that together ASAP. But yeah, it was just one of those games. Shout out to Eric Bieniemy. He got them boys balling. Game after that was Dolphins versus Patriots. I'm pretty sure we all saw that. It was closer than it
needed to be.
Yeah, but it really wasn't as close as it was. They really got beat. Yeah, but it was 24-7.
This makes me spark the question: is old Bill done? Can old Bill turn?
Or the other question, it looking more like it was Tom more than Bill.
I mean. That's hard to... Yeah.
Literally, ever since he left.
That's a question. They haven't done anything. I mean, sure, the year after Tom left, they still were pretty decent. But, like, man, you guys haven't hit on anything in the draft still. You still haven't really... I mean, Christian Gonzalez, I think, was a hit. I'm not going to lie. I think Christian Gonzalez is going to be a decent player for the long run. But...
offensively.
Mac is just
he playing
good. He playing alright, but it's Mac. You know, it's kind of like, all right, he's not going to win you any games, and you still haven't really gave him any weapons like Devontae Parker, Tyquan Thornton, and they got Juju. They got Juju now, but Juju's good. Juju can be a good number one receiver, kinda, if you got the best quarterback in the league. But when you got Mac and Cheese Jones, I don't know.
Yeah. And then this game was after that was the New Orleans Saints versus the Panthers. That was a Thursday night game.
It was Monday night. It was one
on
of the
Monday
two.
night.
It was one of the two Monday night games.
It was a double.
And that game, I'm optimistic still, but it made me really think like why can't we click? Because this is our starting offensive line. This isn't like anyone's hurt. This is our starting offensive line. And, these guys have been playing in the system. I mean, minus Trevor Penning, Landon Young, the left tackle and left guard. They've been playing the system for a while. And so I think it'll come around. They'll be okay. Like, Derek Carr's got to really kind of figure it out. Like, Derek Carr took a lot of sacks this game that it wasn't really the O-line's fault. He kind of was doing too much, kind of should move around in the pocket instead of moving up, or kind of needs to get the ball out faster, and just kind of needs to play kind of to
Yeah,
the
it looked like
strength.
Derek is really looking for the home run ball a lot.
He's exactly, and so Derek just needs to relax a little bit, kind of just realize, okay, it's okay to throw it to Michael Thomas 10 times a game, but it's really going to open up when Alvin Kamara comes back. You know, it was hard. We didn't have any of our like 3 starting running backs, so I mean, not even starting 3 running backs on our normal depth chart that we came into the season with. We had to pull up Tony Jones Jr., who got 2 touchdowns and really looked like a dog. And Taysom Hill, man, I love that man. That is the Storm and Mormon. That man is 33, balling, just a workhorse. He's gonna have to ball this game too, coming up for the Packers. But yeah, the Saints, the defense really bailed them out. The Saints really got to rely on their defense.
Yeah, I think you could get them a little bit more leeway because y'all did go up against a good defense as well.
Oh yeah, that was a really good defense. Like Brian Burns, you know, that defense is no slouch. But Derek Carr, when he needed to, he made the right play. You know, he's been making it, like last drive, bombing it to Rashid Shaheed, putting it on a dime. Like he's done it twice now. So whatever you want to say about the man, he is clutch. The man is clutch.
Now I will say, I don't know who it was, but y'all bogus as hell for tackling that boy Bryce Young the way y'all did. I don't remember what player it was, but I promise you, he got tackled in a full Nelson position. I don't know how the hell it happened, but all I see was his arms go up and he just flew. And I said, God, oh my God, that looked like a child out there.
Shoot. Apparently we heard him. I didn't realize he got hurt.
He did. He's going to be out, as far as I'm here, he's definitely out next game. He might be out the next 2 games.
Andy Dalton.
Yeah. So, hey, good news for us. Next game, the next Monday night game, it was an ugly ass game. You got Browns versus Steelers. Steelers fought it out 26-22. It was just all over the place. The Steelers really couldn't get the offense going at all during the game. The only time they really scored was big plays.
George Pickens looking nice.
He looking mid, but he had a nice connection to George Pickens. I'm thinking of Kenny Pickett. My fault. Yeah. Kenny Pickett looked mid. My fault. George Pickens had that big play going over the middle for a slant, 77 yards. One of the big plays of the game. Devastating news. Losing Nick Chubb for the rest of the season. I'm pretty sure everybody saw that hit. I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad I didn't see it. I was watching the game.
Make my knee hurt.
Yeah, I was watching the game, and I'm kind of glad I didn't see it as it was happening, because it's just like, we both been following him since Georgia. We seen that first injury he dealt with,
and they just leg too.
Same leg, same gruesomeness. It was just you just didn't want to see it. You just didn't want to see it. So definitely prayers up for them.
Big prayers up to them, man.
Another thing they need to, I realized, that Browns defense is legit, but they need to fix that offense. Needs some work. They need to
Deshaun Watson
get it together.
Deshaun Watson, my boy, you have a $250 million guaranteed contract. I know you took a year off. Sorry, I know you took a year off, but you've had a full training camp now. You've had over a full year with this team. I know, like their position is just throw it to Amari Cooper, but man, you had some dogs on that team still. Like you can spread the ball out.
Elijah Moore, a lot of Njoku.
He's just making dumb decisions. The first play of the game, pick 6.
That wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault at all. It literally went through his hands.
Yeah, I guess
and he tipped, and they got tipped up. So that was literally it. If anything, that was probably his best pass of the game. It was a dot. It literally went. I was like, damn, y'all gonna start it off like that? You ain't gonna catch the ball? But yeah, it was.
He's got to play better.
Everything besides
he's got to play better.
He got to play better, and that offensive line can definitely play better. But
I thought the offensive line was one of the best in football.
Yeah, but it was just. I don't know if it was him holding the ball too long, but it just felt like certain times he was running.
That too.
But yeah,
he don't look as athletic anymore. Like he looks slow.
He was never really.
He was never
athletic,
really fast. He was never really.
But I think he just a step behind on every play now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think he still got that rush, but that rush needs to shake now.
It's been too long.
It's been about week. Like I said, if we see this past about week 4 or 5, it might be an issue.
Yeah.
It might be an issue you need to seek out. But that's the end of week 2. And we do have the first Thursday night game of week 3. That was another dominant performance by the 49ers. They went against the Giants. It was 30-12.
A little closer than thought kind of earlier in the game, but then the 49ers pulled away. CMC is just the best running back in the league.
And Debo is a truck.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, did you see that meme of it was a close up of Daniel Jones right after he broke snap, and you can see him analyzing defense, and dude just looks scared.
Boy looked like
he looked like Austin Reeves.
Someone put a Dave Chappelle meme underneath it when that man was playing basketball as Prince.
Good boy look like Austin Reeves with LeBron was trying to explain that pray to him, and he was
there you go.
Whatever.
All right,
but that was that's the recap of the first 2 weeks of the NFL. Now to transition into some college football. As you know, Boulder, Colorado has been going crazy. Everybody from The Rock to Tunchi to Lou Williams to Stephen A. and Shannon. Everybody been there. Everybody been there. It's been the center of college football. Everybody's been talking about it.
Got college football on fire. They are the center. A team from Colorado, Boulder, Colorado, ain't never really done nothing in their entire existence. And now all of a sudden is on top, which is crazy. I mean, not hating at all. Love it. Love to see what Deion doing. Love to see he putting his sons on. Love to see his sons balling. Hate to see Travis Hunter go out there and they get hurt, but love to see Travis Hunter balling. But man, Deion, he really has transformed a team, and that's crazy. Only Deion can kind of do this, and I don't know what Deion's ultimate goals are. I don't know what Deion's ultimate goals are. I don't know if he'll stay at Colorado. Probably not. But if Deion wanted to go to the league, I can definitely see Deion in the league, man.
I don't think he wants to go to the league.
Well, I don't know, man. I feel like when his son come out, he might, maybe try to.
I mean, if it works out that way, yeah, but I don't think he wants to play. He said it himself. He don't want to deal with that.
He said it. He said it before. He has said he would be against it. But I don't know, man. That might change. That was a while ago, and I do think that his skill set would kind of benefit college football more because he really molds young men and kind of really sets them on the right path, which I feel like most coaches could be better at the college level. I mean, there are some good ones.
Your mama would not have a problem you going to Colorado.
Leaving you in the hands of Deion. And Deion, he talks to everybody like his son, and I think that's really good for football.
They're my babies.
Yeah.
So they 2-0. They 2-0. So
but they
first win against TCU. And like I said, now it gets real. I know everybody's saying, it sucks that Travis Hunter out here, but I'm going to be ignorant and be honest with you. Even if he was here, y'all still getting y'all ass whooped. This is where this shit stops right now. I'm just telling y'all, be honest. It is what it is. I'm not hating. I love Shador. I love all of them. I love what they doing now. But shit changes when you ain't going up against nobody for real. Now, I understand everybody talking about TCU, but like I said, TCU is like the Cowboys of the NCAA. They good, but they conference is trash. And they make it into the playoffs every year because they conference is trash. They defense always been trash, and that's why I knew it was a possibility they could beat TCU because I'm like, they can't stop nobody. They never could. So I knew it was gonna be tough going shot for shot because that's what they did and that's what they was gonna have to do. But when you going up against Oregon, we can put up just as much or even more points than you, but we can also stop you as well. And
Yeah.
I think that's where the thing changes today. It's the battle between the trenches. And we are the trenches is the weak spot on both sides. Is this weak spot on Colorado?
I second that. I second that fully. I think I feel it's gonna be a little bit more of a grind than I think Oregon would like, but I think Oregon's gonna come out on top. I think it's still gonna be entertaining football. What time does it come on?
2:30.
2:30. I'm gonna be driving. Damn. I was gonna hopefully Man, why is that game not on later, man? I was hoping to go catch it at a bar somewhere. I'm gonna be up in Green Bay. I wanted to go watch it. I'm gonna be driving up to Green Bay.
I'm about to say, because it came out later, it would have been on at 9:30, and I'm not staying up for another 9:30 game.
Nah,
I did it last week.
I passed out in the fourth quarter because I was like, man, Colorado finna lose Colorado State, man. I was watching it. I had my phone out, and I was laying in bed. Passed out, woke up. Well, the greatest college football game ever. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I thought they was losing.
See, I was
OT. I'm like, man.
I went to sleep at halftime and woke up in the overtime confused. I was like, what the hell? What the hell just happened? So I rewatched the game real quick to see what the just was. I seen the comeback. I seen the final throughput. And that comeback, like I said, I always knew Shador was talented. But that last drive, I was like, oh, yeah, he going to the league.
He willed that thing.
I say, he going to the league. He's definitely going to the league. I see that man. I think one of the biggest things about this game that made me realize he's going to the league is that he know how to manipulate the defense now.
Mm-hmm. He cool, calm, and collected. He played like Joe Burrow.
That's a good comp. And you know who his mentor is? Hey,
T. Brady.
He told us that, hey, you need to stay out them goddamn car dealerships and get your ass in the field room. He heard you. So there's still some work to be done. And you better be in the field room this week. Because like I said,
I ain't got my watch on, but you got yours.
That's what y'all about to go. Y'all about to go back to Boulder with this L. Because when y'all come back and it's different. Like playing in Eugene is almost like playing in Seattle.
Loud.
So hey, it's loud. So I hope I'm preparing for a good game. I know it's gonna be live. So hey, best of luck to both. But like I said, I still feel like this is where this undefeated streak ends.
Yeah, it'll be a good game, but we'll see. Yeah. We'll definitely see. Anything else you got for us?
Nah, bro.
All right, my man. Well, we got some good week 3 of football coming up. I'll be at the game. I hope the Saints beat the Packers.
Do you want to do a quick prediction real quick?
Yeah, we can run through it.
All right. So, first game I would say is Falcons versus Lions.
I think Lions going to take it. I hope Lions take it.
Yeah. I'm saying Falcons.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I'm just saying the Falcons. I ain't gonna say I believe it, but I'm gonna just say it. Okay. Next game after that is Chargers versus Vikings.
I think the Chargers are finally going to get it to. I don't know. It could go either way. I think either the Vikings are going to really get it together and they're going to. The Chargers are going to go out 0-3, or I think the Chargers are going to get together and the Vikings are going to go out 0-3.
If Vikings go 0-3, I'm going to be wild.
Honestly. So I think it's going to be the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm with you as well. Next game is your game, Saints versus Packers. Saints.
I think Saints are going to come through with it very close by 3 points. 17-14 type stuff.
I believe Saints as well. The game after that is Texas versus Jacksonville in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Duval. Facts. I got them as well. Next game is after that is Broncos versus Miami in Miami.
We in Miami, baby.
I'm agreeing with you as well. Titans, Browns in Cleveland.
I think the Browns.
I got Titans.
I think the Browns. No, who's the Brown? No, Titans. I think I still got Titans.
I got Titans. Game after that is Bills versus Commanders. Ooh, at DC.
I think Bills scratch out an ugly win.
I'm gonna go with the Commanders.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna go with the Commanders. I'm gonna see what they're
Spicy
gonna
take,
do.
spicy.
Yeah, spicy. Game after that is Colts versus Ravens and B Moyer.
Ravens.
Ravens as well. They is definitely one of
Ravens
the most
about to flock on
consistent
the
teams.
W.
On the W.
On the W.
About the whoop indeed. All right, we got after that we got Patriots versus Jets and MetLife.
I think the Pats are gonna get this one.
Pats. I'm gonna say Jets.
The Pats are gonna get this
I'm
one.
gonna say Jets. I'm gonna pick the Jets.
I think Bill's mad. I think Bill's hurt. Bill hasn't started off this bad in a very long time. I think Bill's finna get these boys going.
True.
But we'll see.
All right, we got Panthers versus Seahawks in Seattle.
Seahawks are gonna kill Andy Dalton.
Yeah, I'm definitely in agree with you. Next game, Chiefs versus Bears. Chiefs. We ain't gotta talk about it.
Hey, yeah, Chiefs.
Cowboys versus Cardinals in Arizona. Cowboys. Steelers versus Raiders in Vegas. I got Vegas getting their first win. Is it their first? Yeah, their first one, I believe.
Steelers. No, Raiders. I think Raiders can scratch it.
Raiders. And then we got two Monday night games.
Again?
Eagles. Yep. But these more, I feel like they're way more exciting. Eagles versus Buccaneers in Tampa.
Eagles give the Bucs their first loss.
Eagles as well. I'm saying. And then we have the Rams versus Bengals in Cincy. I got Bengals.
Bengals should get their first win.
All right.
Rematch in the Super Bowl.
That's our predictions for week 3.
Yeah, so like I said, we're going to have a good week of football coming up. I'm super excited. I get to be at one of the games, go to Saints-Packers games. Hopefully, Who Dat Nation comes loud. We get a win on the road. Brett, if you're hearing this, I'm sorry, but we're going to take y'all niggas down. I'm just playing. I'm going to have a good time up in Green Bay. I'm going to be in y'all town. I'm going to go try some cheese curds. I'm going to maybe get me a cheese hat maybe or something. I don't know. I'm going to do something.
You ain't my cousin no more if I ever see you with a fucking cheese hat.
Nah, I'm just playing. I'll never put that ugly thing on. But I'm going to watch some good football. Oregon, Colorado. It's going to be good. You know,
I'm going to put my hoodie on that.
Win the day, Big O. So
win the day, baby.
Maybe we'll probably. I want to do immediate recap video afterwards. After the Monday night game, so we'll probably come out with another episode on Tuesday for you guys. We're gonna start coming back for you guys weekly. Now that we're in season, I'm not getting married, anymore. I'm not going on honeymoons anymore. I'm gonna be chill. My PTO bank is depleted, so I'm gonna be here. I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm gonna be working hard. We're gonna get to you every week. We're gonna have a new episode, maybe a couple episodes a week. Andrew should be back. I don't know whatever Andrew's doing, but he couldn't be here. But if you like what you hear, please like, subscribe, like it up, share it with your mama, your grandma, whoever like football. We trying to build this up, so let's make this great. So for Arian, for Steve-O, we out of here.
Peace.